Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the AJS TV channel. It is Aston Villa away in the first game of the Champions League. Unbelievable. I can't believe I am saying those words. Aston Villa are playing in the Champions League, and we are going to watch it live on this channel. We are away in Switzerland for the very first game, and it's away at BSC Young Boys. I mean, it's a dodgy name, and I need to make sure I don't say any puns today because I don't want to get clipped out of context. However, Villa hopefully will get those massive 3 points today to push us up that league, the massive league table. Some may call it the Super League. But yeah, we need to make sure we do get a victory today just to start well, because I don't think last year really we did that well in the Conference League. So I think we need to take this a lot more seriously, which is why the squad is very strong. We'll get into everything. Hello to Sammy on TikTok. There's another Up the Villa from Charlie. I appreciate that. Guys, I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. Hello to Unai, to Matt Gebre, typical Jeremy and George on YouTube as well. Give me your score predictions. I did do a TikTok today asking what other people felt the score would be. So do let me know what you guys think the score will be today in the comments. While I just get the game up on my monitor over here. Like I said, I'm a bit nervous, a bit excited, a bit of everything really. A bit of everything. I'm predicting a 3-2 win for Villa. Tough game due to new pitch. I mean, the 5G pitch is going to be tough, innit? And there's no doubt about that at all. No doubt. You know, you only really see 5G pitches in non-league. You don't often see them elsewhere. They're banned in the UK if you're League 2 or above. Bear with me. So where do Villa play? I'm trying to find a TNT Sports 1. I'm on TNT Sports 2. There it is. Young Boys versus Aston Villa. It's called League Phase. That's really weird. Going for 1-0 win, says Loveridge. Come on, lads. On the train man from New Street. So here for the updates. Well, I appreciate you coming here, and I'll keep you updated as always. The game has not started yet. Guys, we are currently, what, how many minutes? 3 minutes till kickoff. I'm excited very much for this, to be honest. Oh, obviously I am. So I'm just trying to do multiple things at once here. I'm trying to get my stream ready for overlays and stuff for the game. I've got some fancy Champions League overlays. If you want to watch it on YouTube, feel free, because I've got some fancy stuff on the way, which I'm currently editing right now. But yeah, I'm going for 1-0 Villa. I think 1-0 Villa today. I know we didn't do that well last season away from home. I'm really hoping that's going to change today. I really wanted John Durant to start as well. That's another thing. What do you guys think about no Durant starting? I think that's a very surprising situation. I thought, especially with his wonder goal, might win goal of the season. The fact he's not starting, I think, is crazy to me. I still have to wait for some of my overlays to appear. Heading to pub now, says Ollie. Like I said, score is obviously, it's currently 0-0 because the game's not started yet. We are 1 minute away from kickoff. The players are getting on to the pitch. We are in our third kit. Not that long ago it got released actually. But the boys in claret and blue, technically just playing in blue today. I've missed loads of comments, so do bear with me. Matt says on YouTube, I'm predicting 3-2 win to Villa. George says 3-1, Watkins, Rogers and Bogard. Let's know, hope nobody does a knee slide celebration. Yeah, you don't want to burn your leg. Murad says, yo, AJ, what's good, Murad? Tracy says, up the Villa, hope they win 2-0, please. Can you wish me a happy birthday? I will, for tomorrow. Happy birthday, Tracy. And typical Jeremy says 2-1 to Aston Villa. And Matt actually says he feels like a 5-0 batter. Well, let's be positive, shall we? Let's be positive. On TikTok, Vince says, best of luck to Villa in the Champions League. Thank you, Vince. Like I said, I'm going to keep my expectations low. Because obviously I want Villa to succeed, but this obviously is going to be tough. We didn't even win the Conference League, so it's hard for me to justify that Aston Villa can go from not winning the third tier competition to doing really well in the top tier where all the big teams play. So I am going to try and be realistic. I feel like this is a winnable game. They've not started very well. I was going to get into that as well as the lineups as well. I mean, I've kind of half mentioned the lineup for today, that we are unchanged. But Young Boys have not started that well this season. In fact, they're bottom of the league. They've lost 3, drew 3. They haven't won a game. We're playing a team who, although won their league last year, have started horrendously, terribly this season. The only team in their division to not have a win. The bottom of the league. The place, obviously, they're not that used to. They are a very good side, usually, in Switzerland. So maybe time to pile on a bit of the misery there. What's your score prediction? I reckon 1-0 Villa today. I'd love to say more than that, but away from home, we're not that great in Europe. And I mean, you could look at the friendly tour as well to try and drive my point home a bit more as well. Guys, double tap the screen, by the way. Double tap it on TikTok. Like the video on YouTube. It really does help push and promote to the algorithm. I'd very much appreciate that. Hi, AJ. Long time no talk. I do remember, mate. I do remember. How you doing? But yeah, I reckon a cheeky 1-0. Cheeky 1-0. Ashley Davies says, hi, how you doing, Ashley? See if any of my overlays have actually decided to turn on. I'm using it from a website, and the website seems to be a little bit slow today. So I'm still unfortunately having to wait. Apologies. But they will be there soon. What are you doing? I'm doing this is a watch along / commentary, or kind of a bit of everything. Talking with chat, letting people know how the game's going, commentating said game, but from a fan's perspective. Yeah. And we're doing Aston Villa's first Champions League game in the last 40 years. For the first Champions League game of the season, away at BSC Young Boys. And the players are onto the pitch right now. We are about to be underway. I'll have a look at the bench, actually. That's a good shout. I didn't look at the bench. Juventus have already kicked off, so even the Villa are apparently a little bit behind. On the bench of Villa, Bailey, Barkley, Emi Buendia, who did come off the bench against Everton, finally had a game after his long-term injury. Diego Carlos, Big John Duran, Gauchi, the backup keeper, Matson still yet to start, Nedeljkovic, Swinkles, Young, and the other backup keeper, Zajc. We can't even fill a full bench. We are underway, though, and it's the home side that do kick off. I'll quickly go through their side. I'm going to be honest, there's probably not many of these I'm going to recognise, in all fairness. Von Belmoos in goal, Athakame, Kamara, Zukru, and Hadjam is the left back. They play a 4-4-2. Montero, Laupa, Nias, and Colli is their midfield 4. And Ganvula and Igrinic is their front 2. I was hoping I could recognise a couple of them, but I barely do. Keller, maybe, on their bench. I would say. I think I've packed Hadjam before, the Algerian, on EAFC. But yeah, that is the lineup for everyone. Right, so I'll see if my overlays are working now for the third time. The Champions League overlays are a little bit delayed, it seems. Alright, lineup. Hide that one. Show this one. I am live on YouTube and TikTok. I do have overlays. Well, I'm getting them up currently now for the game today. For some reason, they seem to be a little bit off scale. I don't really understand that. So just bear with me. Okay, well, I'll show it for now. But yeah, they're not fantastic. All right, we've got stats there. And perfect. Okay, so we're going to transition. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, it hasn't cropped very well for some reason. The lineup for some reason it's slightly off, and I don't know why. Maybe it's in the Champions League. Maybe that's why. But that's a little bit annoying. I'm editing the wrong one. That's why. Oh dear. I figured out why. Sorry, a few technical difficulties on the channel. Nothing new. In all fairness. What the fuck? I don't know what is going on, but things just not seem to want to work. Anyway, apologies for all that, guys. AJ, did I see Samuel Illing Jr. score in his opener for Bologna? I did. It's a very good goal, actually. Very nice finish. Very difficult shot. Nice for him. It's a good start to his loan campaign. I actually wanted him to appear more, to be honest. I'm kind of confused. We don't have great squad depth. I'm a bit confused as to why he's gone out on loan. To actually be honest, but yeah, I'm having more issues with this than I'd like to admit. Oh, for goodness sake. All I want to have is a lineup on screen. That's just, you know, perfect. But of course, I'm not allowed that, seemingly. Okay. How's that? Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Apologies. I'm just having some really irritating issues right now on stream. That'll do. That'll do. I'll leave it like that. Right, so 3 minutes wasted. Apologies. Don't think too much has happened in the game. I do have, or at least I did have my earpieces on for this. It is an absolutely full ground, I will say. I'll give credit to Young Boys. It looks like a sellout in that. The pitch, though, really not a fan. Really not a fan. Right. All my overlays just seem to be slightly off. Ball goes all the way to Emi Martinez in goal. Finally going to see a little bit of Villa possession. Haven't seen much of it so far. It's been the home side. And they're already jeering Emi as he takes his time. Does what he does best. Here come Villa though. Ramsey down the left. Here's Jacob Ramsey. Rodgers doesn't get quite control of the ball. Lets it roll away from him a little bit. Nice. It was nice from Ramsey, but not quite on the same wavelength there. Not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be showing on this one. Fouls. Can't remember what this overlay was supposed to be. What was that supposed to be? You know what? I'll delete it for now. I'll just show goalkeeper saves. Everything just seems to be off on the website, which has messed up my own stream because I use their stuff. Alright, free kicks. They've had one so far. What the fuck? Right. We need. Wait, I just read that. We need to worry about Bologna in our UCL campaign because Illing will cook. I don't think he'd be allowed to play. There's usually loan clauses which stop loan players from playing against their parent teams. We might not have it, but it's quite a common thing to appear in those kind of clauses, but we'll see. I hope not, anyway. Oh. Oh, free kick to Young Boys. Foul from Tielemans. A really sloppy foul from Tielemans, to be honest, as well. Free kick in a dangerous place, really, for BSC Young Boys. Unai Emery does not... He doesn't agree. Put that way, he does not agree. The camera's just panned to the bit behind the goal, by the way, and wow, they are rocking. There's this thing in mainland Europe where ultras just wear black shirts. Arsenal have tried to do something with that, which just looks a bit cringe. There's like a small section of Arsenal fans who wear like black and try and be ultras as well. But it's like huge in European culture. Free kick to Young Boys, which we're still waiting for to be taken. And free kick comes in, right footed. It's a strike, which Emi will save. Not the most difficult save to make, in fairness. He's kind of thumped it at him, in all fairness. Still, good save. Rather him have that. Duran's built different. Duran is fantastic, mate. I love him. I love John Duran. I didn't love him in the... yeah. I did not love Duran in the transfer window during that whole issue, but I'll give him credit. He seems to have settled himself at Villa, and he's doing really well. Also, I apologise for a late comment from Leia, and they said, what am I watching the game on? TNT Sports 1. And I also, unfortunately, despite getting the message every 5 seconds, I cannot show the game. I will get my account suspended. And every person you ask will say the same thing. 42 years waiting for UCL football just to get Young Boys. I mean, you got to start somewhere. I'd rather play Young Boys right now than, Juventus or Bayern. I'd rather start with this one, in all fairness. I hate the way we're playing so fast. Is Matt. I mean, we're early days. We need to settle into this, but we don't usually do that well away. So yeah, I'd rather have started the Champions League campaign at home, but you can't win everything. Jack, you're not funny. I've seen every joke possible, man. Oh, Bogard, good tackle. They wanted a foul there. Are they actually gonna get one? Colley was challenged by Bogard. He gets the ball. Bogard got the ball. If they've given that as a free kick, the game's gone. He literally stabs the ball. Gets a bit of the man afterwards. They better not have given a foul for that. Wait, have they actually given a foul? Villa, AK Athens. Yo, the biggest... I can't believe a free kick was given for that. It's crazy. He literally won the ball. Yeah, AK Athens are the best side and biggest side in Greece. Easily. How you doing, Luke? What's good? What's good, mate? Bro, this Watkins guy is holding back Duran's development. I mean, it's awkward because Watkins is fantastic. Ooh, awkward ball into the box, which Martinez only half deals with. Villa do eventually get it away. What a pass from John McGinn. Villa on the break. McGinn has split their whole team here. But Digne, he slows down a little bit. I feel like we could have really hit them for pace there. Tielemans for Villa. Onana back towards Pau Torres. That pass from McGinn was sexy. They tried to press us in as we cleared the ball away from our box, and then one pass from McGinn rips through their entire press. We still have it. McGinn into Onana. Onana, one touch pass from Morgan Rogers. I don't know what's going on with my... Streamlabs has had... What is going on with Streamlabs? Okay, never mind. Streamlabs had a bit of a meltdown there. Just seen the replay again. Yeah, Emmy, I don't know what he's... I think he expected a header or something at the near post, which didn't come. So Emmy's dive. He could have actually just caught the ball. He just parried it away. Pace and Luca Digne did not... exactly. Well, I think it's because Digne is a bit slow. Is the reason why we didn't attack for pace there. Bogard goes down. Shot comes in, beaten away by Martinez again. Still not got it away, and it's thumped wide. Bloody hell. 12 minutes in, and the young boys have caused some problems for Aston Villa. Bogard struggling. The first shot initially was their right winger. Yeah, it was Colley. And then the rebound was thumped wide, I think, by, was it Greenwich? But Villa do survive. Jack, how many jokes are you going to roll out, man? I have an ACCA which has Everton to win. So, as you can see, I have a gambling problem. If you've honestly predicted Everton to win a game of football, you deserve anything, man. You do. You cannot complain at anything. If you honestly have Everton to win a game. I'm doing great this morning. We just sealed a deal with Anthony Martial as a free agent. I mean, that's a great signing. Especially for the Greek league. I think he'll do very well in that league. I mean, Martial's always had talent. It's just, I think, with managers who've struggled to get it out of him and injury issues and stuff like that, I think that's where he has struggled. But in the Greek league, he'll do very well, mate. I'll tell you right now. I'm here. Alicia is not happy at Juventus. I mean, See, I don't want to get myself in trouble here, right? But Alicia Lehman is complaining at the pay, right? And fair enough, like, footballers are paid an insane amount of money. But football is a business at the end of the day, and male football brings in lots more money than female football, which is why the pay is so different. And it's what I don't really get. I don't get why people don't see that. It's why it shouldn't be the case why footballers are paid more than doctors, but footballers make more money for the club that they play for than doctors do. Because the money makes the world go round. And if you bring in lots of money, like, players like Messi are even bigger than the sport. The money that he brings in, because he's just like a celebrity, an icon. If Messi, suddenly signs for, I don't know, Barnet FC. Suddenly Barnet FC have like record-breaking ticket sales, right? That's one man can do that. Alicia Lehman can't do that. Or like, I can't think of a single like women's footballer who could do something like that. United Trade reps him, and I assure Martial will do his calf by November. I saw a transfer rumor of the whole thing, and they used Martial's picture, which is the same one Trey used, and all the comments are saying Trey's finally going to a new club. Oh, if Lehman made an OnlyFans, yeah, she would make bank, but she won't because she's a professional athlete. But she would make bank. Olympiacos next owner, not gonna lie, exactly, man, exactly. You might win, honestly. Like, it's not even an overreaction if I say you might win the league. With Anthony Martial, if you can keep him fit, I genuinely think a goal scorer like that, as long as you've got the rest of the team cooking as well, I think you have every chance really to get silverware. 61% of the ball for Aston Villa after a quarter of an hour, but no shots on goal at all. The young boys have had 2 on target. And you can see on screen, guys, like I said, I'm live on YouTube. Oh, shit. As well as TikTok. And I've got overlays. You can see live player ratings as well. You can see Emi Martinez. I mean, we are early days, but 7.5 for Villa because of the double save that he had to make. Ollie with a 6.0. To be fair, I've not seen Ollie touch the ball. I mean, I hope it wouldn't be biased, mate, but yeah, that's shite. What are you watching on, please? I'm trying to watch it. I did say this earlier. I'm watching on TNT Sports 1. I pay every opportunity and every chance to pay legally to watch Aston Villa. I do. It still, unfortunately, means there are games of Villa that I have to find other means of watching it, which is stupid with the money I pay. But yeah, it is on TNT Sports 1, and that's what I'm watching it on. TNT Sports 2 are also showing Juventus against PSV as well, for anyone who's interested. Pearl asks the question, what do you think about Haaland start of the season? The guy's a robot. I hate Haaland. I love him. I hate him. I love him because he's great, and he'll be remembered in 20, 30 years' time as just like, you know, one of the world's best strikers ever. But he does make the sport so boring. It might be what Brazilians felt about Pele. If you're not a Santos fan, you know. I imagine that's what they felt. But yeah, that's my take anyway. A year ago, EPO was neutral. But I think if the team scores more goals than the rest can stop them, might be out. I mean, if there's a genuine issue, then I think the Greek league has some serious problems, because it should be as neutral as possible, in my opinion. Well, it's not even my opinion; it's just that's a fact. Oh, they're looking at this challenge again. I hope they're not thinking Onana accidentally booting someone is a penalty. I think they're showing it because he's injured. Okay. Well, he doesn't get the ball. You don't want to see a penalty given for that. But Onana does swing his boot, connect with the player who's on the floor. He doesn't get the ball. If he's not on the floor, if he's standing up and he boots him like that and he goes down, it is probably a penalty. So, yeah. I said I'm watching on TNT Sports 1, guys. Got 55 of you in the TikTok live. Appreciate all your support, as always. Please do double tap the screen. 15 of you in the YouTube live. Looking forward to that Liverpool game as Pelt. And the third kid is making us play bad. No, it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. They're just giving treatment. Onana's also gone down as well, getting treatment. It probably is a penalty, in all fairness. But yeah. Jacob Ramsey apparently changed his boots. Oh, man. Right, yeah. Just going to slightly fix a couple overlays. I keep fucking with it, to be honest, and I probably should leave it alone. I really hate Rio Ferdinand, by the way. He's like Thogden of the footballing world. Like, in terms of, like, celebrity footballers. I can't stand him, man. I remember in the Champions League finals, a clip of him just shouting Ballon d'Or, when Vinny was dribbling. And it's just like, he's such a beg, man. Just yesterday, AK was judged for a normal goal. Olympiacos scored an offside goal, and no one said anything. Oh, not surprised. Their fans are vile, by the way. I've said this a few times. I thankfully don't get them much anymore, but over the period where Villa played Olympiacos, I had so much like hate comments and, you know, horrible DMs of like, you know, just like nasty things like over football, right? And I even tried to be as respectful as I could towards Olympiacos. Like maybe a couple of laughs here and there, but I had some horrible DMs, man. Happened for like weeks on end, like constant, man. I'd wake up, I'd see 5 DMs from 5 different Olympiacos fans, like telling me to do things to myself, and you know, I'm not gonna say I don't want to have my streams taken down, but you know, it's just horrible shit. And I was like, there's no need for this. Like, it's over football, you know. AJ, Juventus have scored. Kenan Yildiz scored, and Panathia. I can't even say the name. I know the football team. Panathinaikos. Yeah, I probably butchered that. But yeah. AEK and AIRA. Sorry, AEK and ARIS are the most civilized. I wouldn't be surprised. I've heard a lot of positivity as well. AEK Athens have played a lot of teams over the years in European competitions, and I've not heard any negative things about them, in all fairness. Where Olympiacos, they had issues with Wolves during the year as well that we played them, and they had issues with Arsenal in the past. So I'm not like too surprised with your comment. A long shot, by the way, that whistles just over, and it's once again their danger man on the right hand side. Collie seems to be causing us a couple issues here. Still hasn't scored and it's still goalless. But if we continue like this, I mean, I don't want to be negative, but we're 22 minutes into the game. It's kind of been one way of traffic, really. My ACCA's going to be room for 8 PM because Villa being dominated by Young Boys. Or did you put Villa to win in your ACCA? I mean, we could still... It's very early into this game, and, you know, Villa were 2-0 down to Everton before we started to actually play football. But yeah. Currently on the ball, Ezri Konza. Ganvula, one of their strikers, has had such a... He's been given such a bad rating already by Flashscore because he missed one big chance. Yeah, a little bit harsh, I think. Pau Torres doesn't win the header, but the rebound does fall to Ezri Konza. I am going to say this right now. I do have a series coming up soon. Rogers to Riches, right? Which is a play on from Rags to Riches, you know. I thought it was clever. Doing a EAFC 25 series. I couldn't think of the word. Which will be out. I imagine, well, the web app is out on the 19th. Game's out on the 20th. But yeah, the first episode will be uploaded fairly soon. Rogers to Riches. And I will Evo this player as high as I can. Come on. There we go. Bit of advertisement. Web app. Yeah, it is. Oh, tomorrow? I thought it was 19th. Is it tomorrow? I thought I read online it was 19th. It's a shot from John McGinn, which was put quite a bit over the bar as well, as I was promoting. He tries to finesse the ball in the far corner. Murat says, Young Boys absolutely dominated Galatasaray in the playoffs. How do you think the Dortmund will do? I know, Murad, you're a Dortmund fan. How do you think you'll do in the Champions League? Will you think you'll do another final push, you know? John Duran, I don't know the rest of that sentence, but I'm hoping it's a positive comment about John Duran. He's fantastic. I love him. John Duran is a baller. Guys, double tap the screen. You got 1.8k likes on TikTok. Can we get that to 2k? And we got, 10 of you in the YouTube live. Please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Appreciate all your support. If we were on a final last year of our horrible form, then this season, you think you can do it? Yeah. Sometimes teams do really well in competitions and then do terribly domestically. I mean, Young Boys have started this game very well, and they're bottom of their league. 3 draws, 3 defeats. Yeah, Jack, they did play PSG. Although they did shithouse PSG, but that's, besides the point. It's genuinely sad. Last year we played a team called Dinamo Zagreb. Some of their fans came to Greece and attacked stadium. That's sad, yeah. I don't really get that. I don't know. Hooligan culture to me doesn't really make a lot of sense. And English football tries to do it sometimes, but I don't really get it. Watkins with a swing and a miss almost. Tielemans. That's a good pass to John McGinn, the captain. 91% pass accuracy for Villa. Great ball. Ramsey. Edge of the box now. Ramsey to Digne. First time cross. Really well dealt with at the near post. He was looking for Pau Torres trying to sneak in. And Villa, who've yet to have a shot on target. I mean, we very nearly created a goal there. Lovely first time ball from Digne. And it was well cut out, I think, by Kamara at the near post for BSC Young Boys. Juve dominating PSV. Are they 1-0 up? I think you said. Flat Cat Gaming up the Villa. They did, mate. We've had not the best of starts here, but we did create an opportunity just. Oh, it's 2-0. Bloody hell. I was reading more comments. I apologise. John Duran better than Watkins. I mean, they're both brilliant players, in all fairness. It's tough for either of them right now if one's dropped. Tielemans chance! Yes! Villa score in the Champions League! And it's Yuri Tielemans! Arguably one of Villa's best players so far this season, early on. And what a strike that is from Yuri Tielemans. Rattles the back of the net. 26 minutes play. We take a short corner. John McGinn scoops it to the back post. Tielemans, one touch. Bang! Drills it across. Bomb corner. Villa lead 1-0 away in Switzerland. It's a bit of a... I mean, he scuffs it almost through two players. And it's Villa's first shot on target. It goes through... Oh, I thought it actually did go through the legs. It doesn't. But it does go through three Young Boys players and into the back of the net. 1-0 Aston Villa. Come on! Let's go. Terrible mark. Yeah, a very good point. Jack in my comment section just said that the marking was terrible. It really was. I mean, you've left Yuri Tielemans acres of space. Acres of space in the box. I mean, he's able to take a touch and finish. I mean, that should never happen from, a short corner. Never, ever, ever. Awful defending. And you can see why they're bottom of the league with that kind of defending. Dear Lord. Aston Villa lead by 1-0 away in the Champions League. That is the first goal back in the Champions League for Villa. Come on. Your cash out is above the steak I put on while I am cooking, says Jack. Is this the way to Barcelona? Oh, man. I love it. Bayern Munich, Lazio, Roma. The Villa boys really are taking over. Come on. Let's go. I'll have a look at your bet. You sent me the bet on Discord. I'll have a look. All right. Villa are winning. Juventus are winning. No, Everton against Southampton. I think you're insane. Although Southampton are shite, but I think that's a draw written all over that. Bayern will win that game. Liverpool, I don't know, That's a tough one for Liverpool. Real Madrid, yeah, fair. Sporting, yeah, and United, yeah. The Liverpool one and the Everton one, I think, are your dodgy ones. Everything else is fine. How would it be if Dortmund and Villa play each other in the playoffs? I mean, we'd probably lose. I think Dortmund are a better team than Villa, but it would be an interesting game. Doesn't AJ box tonight? What are you on about? Have I signed up for a boxing fight I don't know about? Just watching the replay of Tielemans. Oh, disgusting finish. Absolutely disgusting finish. My commentary's ahead of TalkSport too, by the way. I mean, I'm just... My commentary, it's perfectly live, mate. Perfectly live. Thank you to Virgin Media, the best provider out there. Yeah, I found out the hard way. Virgin Media has much better latency than Sky. Yeah, Virgin Media are cooking. Well and truly are cooking. Half an hour here, and all I hear are the Villa fans in the corner of the ground. They make up maybe, 5%. Flick on! Ollie's away! Ollie Watkins in the clear for Aston Villa! Ollie! Oh, dear. He just at the wrong moment seemed to let go of the ball almost. He's dribbling, letting down right at the worst moment. He carried the ball all the way to the edge of the box. And, he tried to settle himself. But at that point, it's kind of too late. And that is such a shame, man. It really is. Lovely flick on by Morgan Rogers, man. Oh, the shot's poor for Molly. Really poor. AJ loves Samata. Funny guy. I want to wipe him away from my memory, thanks. How was Tielemans' goal at Absolute? Brilliant finish, terrible marking. It was a lovely cross from McGinn from a short corner. Tielemans takes it down, rattles it across goal. Just beautiful goal. Absolutely beautiful goal. But yeah, it's terrible defensively from their point of view. And Villa, I would arguably say it's against run of play, if I'm going to be honest. I think Young Boys had controlled most of the first 25 minutes of the game. But they just didn't deal with the corner. And, at this level in the Champions League, you got to take your chances when they come. And so far, Villa have. Although, I will say, Ollie probably should have done better just moments ago. Ollie was put through on goal, and he seemed to lose his grip on the ball, edge of the box, and then he just snatches it well wide. Yeah, that was more of the Ollie that we've seen so far this season, bar the Everton game. That's the Ollie that we have seen. What the hell's Unai Emery? Funny guy. Funny guy. Do we play these games? No, so we just play 8 games. I don't like how it's done, but you play 8 games, 4 home, 4 away. And not everyone in the league obviously plays each other, which I also hate. Because how can you have a league table where everyone doesn't play? Like, I find that really silly. I don't like the way they've done it. It's basically the Super League, but with a UEFA sticker on it. I don't know. I believe we should start Duran over Watkins, says Loveridge. I mean, there's a claim for it, but at the same time, Ollie got 19 Premier League goals last season without a penalty. Like, it'd be very hard and very harsh, I think, to drop Ollie now after a season like last year that he had. And bear in mind, Ollie took, 5 games to get going last year? He didn't score in any of his first 5. And some people wanted Duran to start then. I just think Duran is doing a great job right now off the bench, and team seems to struggle when he comes on. I mean, he's already he's not broken the record. He's equalled the record for the amount of this. You can fact check this as well, for the amount of substitute winning games. Like, he scored off the bench in 3 games already this season, which is the joint most ever in a season. Or you wouldn't think it really, but a substitute coming off the bench, grabbing a winning goal. It's happened 3 times, the joint amount, and he's probably going to do more. I imagine at least one more this season. Dortmund got very lucky in the draw, except Real. All our opponents are easy. I mean, you'll take that, won't you? You will indeed. But yeah, I wouldn't start Duran just yet over Ollie, but if I don't know, say Ollie goes another 2 games without scoring after today, maybe you start Duran. I think it's good that we're having these conversations. I mean, I remember one time when we had to choose between Samatta and Keenan Davis, and they both couldn't score a goal between them. Digne cross is deflected, and Villa do have a corner again. 33 minutes gone here. It is Young Boys 0, Aston Villa 1. And we are genuinely, we are cooking. I mean, you say that, Murad, but Villa are 3rd in the Premier League? Arguably should have beaten Arsenal. Arguably should be top of the Premier League. I'd say you're underestimating Villa just a 10. Just a 10. I think you'd win, but I don't think you'd win as heavily as you think. Digne corner. We're taking it short again. Digne will get the cross in this time rather than McGinn. It might go all the way into the box. Oh, why? Okay, I don't know why that was left, really, for Bogard. I feel like Onana could have attacked that. Konza going long. It's an awkward one for Digne. Does well, though. Cushions it towards Rodgers. Rodgers does brilliantly. Cross is deflected. And Colley just about gets it away and clear for Young Boys. That was cold from Rodgers. Now Young Boys are on the break. This could be a sucker punch for Aston Villa. Oh, Colley just not... I don't really understand what happened there. Colley was not on the same wavelength as his fullback, who, had jam, just didn't react very well. And then a long, terrible shot from Athakame puts it well over the bar. Still sailing. Oh, Villa fit. I mean, look, we're joint. Okay, if you want to go there, right? I hate when people do this. I genuinely hate when people do this, right? You want to realistically go there, right? Villa are on 9 points. Right, let's have a look. Arsenal 10, Newcastle 10. We're joint 4th. We are joint 4th. We are the same points as Liverpool. And Newcastle. I did forget about Newcastle because they were losing actually against Wolves. So I did forget that. Yeah. That technically they did win that game. Great ball into Rodgers. Chance of Villa. Rodgers squares it. Oh, not quite the pass Ollie needed. I think Rodgers should have gone for goal there. Rodgers definitely, I think, should have gone for goal there. Carabao Cup for the fallen, says Flatcap. Man City are playing Inter Milan in the Champions League. Meanwhile, Man United are playing Barnsley. Dear Lord. Villa. We're definitely warming up now. Definitely. Dortmund are 2nd in the Bundesliga. Still not top though. Clip ball from Watkins towards Rodgers in the box. Good takedown to Jacob Ramsey. He's trying to shape to shoot there. Still does. Ramsey! Good save. I mean, the keeper, he did read that all the way. It was kind of telegraphed, weren't it? Because he was looking to put that in the far corner for a good 5 seconds before he actually did shoot. And yeah, the keeper just telegraphed that all the way. It's a good shot, just not a great one. And Villa's attack ends. Nassif Suarez, the Villa owner, is in the ground. And he is watching the game and he was frustrated. He was frustrated with the shot there. 37 gone it. 1-0 Villa. How shaky? Oh, Villa looking good so far. I mean, we started a bit shaky, but I think we've definitely settled into this game since the goal. We're the ones that look composed, calm, and very good on the break. I think Rodgers, Watkins, and Ramsey have been very good, actually, I think. Good interchange in front of goal. So I'm pleased. Very high press from Young Boys there, but Tielemans turns away, and he is fouled. And the referee will play advantage. Great ball into Digne. Villa on the attack. Digne first time cross. Rodgers edge of the box. He skips inside, squares it again. But once again, the square pass isn't great. Oh, good pass. Keeper just took out Ollie Watkins. It's turned in anyway. Jacob Ramsey scores. Yeah. What on earth was that? Terrible mistake at the back. The goalkeeper swipes out Ollie Watkins entirely. Villa wanted a penalty. Obviously, it would have been a stone wall penalty. But Villa played on because the ball's literally, it's an empty goal. It's an empty goal for Jacob Ramsey, who makes it 2-0 to Aston Villa. Just a bizarre moment. I don't know what on earth that was. It was a ball back towards his own goalkeeper under terrible pressure. What on earth is he doing? That number 13, honestly. I'm going to see who he is. Kamara, the centre-back. Terrible. A back pass in front of goal. What on earth was he doing? How as a centre-back are you playing the ball back to your goalkeeper when there are Villa players in your box? And the keeper swipes out Ollie in front of goal. And then the ball, Ollie's on the floor, keeper's on the floor, Ramsey has a tap-in. I think the Villa are waiting for a penalty to be given. But then Ramsey's like, you know what? I have a free goal here. I can't believe what I've just witnessed. It's 2-0 to Aston Villa. With probably one of the worst defending I've ever seen. Genuinely one of the worst defending I've ever seen. The goal is given. I can't believe Kamara played that back pass to his keeper from there. Genuinely insane to play a back pass like that. I lost for words. Absolutely lost for words. Play to the whistle, exactly. Everyone just seemed to stop still because, he's just took out Ollie in front of goal, so you expect the penalty to be given. I think the referee was about to whistle, but Ramsey's like, there's an open goal here. I might as well just score. Don't have to deal with the penalty. There's an open goal. I'll make it 2. Ball back. Ollie! Might be 3! Oh, what a block. Villa are cooking. It was nearly 3-0 Aston Villa. Defensively, Young Boys have been ripped to pieces in the last, 15 minutes of this game? This is genuinely unbelievable. Young Boys dominated the majority of this first half. It took one Villa goal to completely swing momentum. That block in front of goal has just saved Young Boys from going 3-0 down to Aston Villa. They've absolutely fell to pieces, and now one of the Young Boys players is holding his cock. He blocked the shot with his cock. The block to I can't believe that. The block to stop it being 3-0 to Villa was done by Athakami's knob. He was still down holding his knob. He's took that full pelt. They've got ice. They have ice on his knob. Oh my god. This is concept, man. It's concept. The score is, for those wondering, it's 2-0 to Aston Villa. Tielemans with the first goal, and Jacob Ramsey with Aston Villa's second goal. Jack says, are you not going to talk about how Watkins assisted by doing missionary on the football? Missionary at the Wankdorf Stadium against Young Boys is a crazy statement. Oh, man. Oh man, yeah, Young Boys. It is a sus name. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to avoid puns as much as I can. Yeah. So I'm gonna just ban people who are like, yeah. I don't know why they exist on TikTok. The whole promote this, like promote. I'm a bot. Promote. No, no Young Boys for that. I can't believe I've just seen a Young Boys player. I mean, it's a great block, but at what cost? Should they say? At what cost? I don't think I've ever seen them take ice out for someone's knob before. That's crazy. That is crazy. Champions League content, ladies and gentlemen. Oh Christ. Yeah. So this has been a great game so far. I know Villa were the favourites, right? But we didn't start very well, but we've definitely grew into this game. And we are more at value for this. I mean, Villa on the break again. Rodgers and Ramsey again. Ramsey in the box, square. Watkins, maybe! It's another great block. Rebound! Yeah! Ollie Watkins makes it 3-0 to Aston Villa. We're not even at half-time. Aston Villa are cruising in the UEFA Champions League. Ollie Watkins wraps it in the top corner on a rebound. This is absolutely just insane from Villa. It's a good initial block, but it bounces straight back to Ollie. He snatches it the second time and makes it 3-0 inside 42 minutes, man. What an unbelievable scoreline this is. Young boy, I can't say what I was gonna say there, but Young Boys are getting battered. There you go. I really have to watch what I say today. But it is 3-0 to Aston Villa. Slev says up the Villa, we win it 0. Wait, mate, we're cooking. Aston Villa are cooking. Oh, they're gonna check the goal. Oh, don't remove the goal, please. They're gonna check for handball. I think it hit Ollie's chest. The commentator did say it too. But there is a VAR check on the Villa goal. Seeing the replay now. That's it, his chest. Yeah, that's it, his chest. That should be a goal. This should be 3-0 Villa. Oh, what? He's disallowed it? There is no way that's disallowed. That's outrageous. How has that been disallowed for handball? That's yeah, Jax, that's Robert. That's an unbelievable decision to disallow that. How is that handball? I see his chair. That's a honestly. How VAR have been used to disallow that goal is a disgrace. It's hit his chest. The goal has been ruled out for people who are listening in. The rebound came off Ollie's chest. Oh, come off it, man. Really? It might have scraped his knuckle. Honestly, man. It's a ridiculous decision, man. I can't believe that. Football's gone, man. Yeah, that's a fucking disgrace that that's not been given. I don't even think it touches his hand. You're really having to use a microscope to see if it's touched his hand, man. Unbelievable. I hate doing. Yeah, I am missing Wobbuffet hour, unfortunately. Yeah, but it is Aston Villa's first game in the Champions League. For those who, I mean, a lot of you won't care. Wobbuffet is my favourite Pokemon, so I had to make the very, very tough decision here. Well, it wasn't really tough. I was never gonna miss Villa's first Champions League game, but I've all week say. Ball into Watkins. It's cut out. I tell you, Young Boys defend terribly, man. Every time Villa come forward, it looks like Villa are gonna score. I want to see what people are saying, by the way, at half time. That disallowed goals are disgraceful. Genuinely disgraceful. James, keep as many Wobbuffets as you can for me, yeah? For some trades. Cheers. Is Rodgers for Villa. It is Young Boys 0, Aston Villa 2. Should be 3, as Ollie Watkins was robbed of a third goal for the most the most hard to see handball you're ever gonna see. I'm sure Villa fans online are kicking off about that. It's a good job. I mean, there's still a chance we don't win this game. They could turn around this in the second half, and then that talking point of the handball becomes much bigger. But if you're disallowing goals like that, I mean, personally, I think that's a disgrace. Bear in mind, you compare that to Cucurella's handball in the box, right, for Spain against Germany, and that wasn't given for handball. Yet that was just, yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. Villa posting about it. Ollie has a ball in the back of the net, but it's ruled out handball. Comments, I don't see handball. Where was the handball? How the fuck they robbed Ollie? Yeah. How was that handball? Yeah, in what world was that handball? What a load of rubbish. Yeah, terrible fucking referee. Terrible referee. Fair play, Villa. You guys are going to do well. Well, it's game one, but it's a very good start so far. But yeah, I appreciate your comment, Sean, whatever. Wingman said, happy Champions League Day. Appreciate you, man. Are you going to plant the spike? Yeah, bad decision by referee. 10-point deduction for Everton. I've seen that comment a few times on TikTok, you know. It's just like talking about other teams and other like trouble players have got in or clubs have got in, and it's like, yeah, result point deduction Everton. Oh man, great content. The pendulum has swung and the momentum now with Villa. Yeah, I mean, you can, like I said, you can tell how Young Boys have lost 3 of their 6 games this season, how they're winless in all their domestic games this season. Everton found guilty for all 130 charges of Man City. Oh man, I find it weird, by the way, that Sky Sports didn't say 130 charges. They just said 115. They didn't actually mention the extra 15 that has been added since February 23. So I did find that a little bit odd. But yeah, Alexa, office light 50%. There you go. I got lights for the stream as it's getting a little bit darker now. We are at half time. It's Young Boys 0, Aston Villa 2, and we are cooking. I think Villa have had a very, very good game. Bar the first 20 minutes, I think Villa have been very good. The camera's panned to Nassif Suarez a few times now, the Villa owner, as he heads towards, well, God knows actually, but he's leaving his seat. But yeah, I'm happy. It couldn't have been a better start, I think. I said a very conservative 1-0 Villa today, and it arguably should be 3. So I am very happy. Let me know what you guys think if you're watching the game. Are you pleased with that? You should be, right? I can't imagine many fans being upset with this result so far today. But yeah, just reading the comments of Villa's Twitter. Yori gives us the lead. And yeah, I mean, this comment I agree with. Our best player every game so far. I mean, Yuri Tielemans doesn't get the headlines he deserves, man. Because Ollie Watkins and especially John Duran got the headlines for the Villa win against Everton, but Tielemans does a lot of the dirty work that no one sees. He scored a goal today, so he might actually get recognition for it. But yeah, what a goal, what a game, man. What a game this has been. Should be 3, so I should. Terrible decision. I've read the amount of jokes I've seen today, man. Marty says, battering Young Boys, police to be rang. I mean, that one's a nicer one than some of the comments I've seen. So on Villa's Twitter, one comment says, very good half. Think Bogard looks a bit out of place, I can't lie. Rob for the 3rd goal, one more, game is done. Should be 3, we were robbed, but okay. Should be 3-0, joke of a decision. Should be everyone's basically saying should be 3-0. Yeah, the referee had a bit of a nightmare. Other than that, happy days. I was gonna say, bumming Young Boys, mate. I've had to watch with the things I say, right? I was gonna say pounding, and obviously I couldn't say that. I think battering is fine, but even that is like it's like physical abuse on young boy. You gotta be smart, man. You gotta be clever with how you say this. Oh Christ. First 20 minutes, yeah, they were. We didn't start very well in this game, but I think as soon as we got the goal, we settled in straight away. Which is just what you want to see, really. We completely settled into the game. Yeah. And other than that, yeah. Ty Bracey on Twitter says, "I've just watched that back. Is that handball? Question mark. I've seen it twice. I mean, I still don't even know where the handball's supposed to be, to be honest. I'm looking. I'm really looking. But I still can't see where the handball is supposed to be. So it's just a ridiculous decision. Hugh Edwards watching this on the changing rooms. Oh, Christ. We might have 2 or 3 more yet. Their defence is... Oh, yeah, their defence is shocking. Every time Villa go forward, we look like we're going to score. Every single time. Yeah, can't believe... Yeah, their stadium is called the Wankdorf Stadium. I'm not even making this up. I am genuinely not making it up. Young Boys FC play at the Wankdorf Stadium. It sounds like a joke. It's like it sounds like it should be in a 4-4 Tunes video. Why on earth is this real life? I know English isn't their language, right? But yeah. I'm leaving it there. I am leaving it there. Villa have been good. Young Boys have been dreadful. I agree. Villa forced to be reckoned with as scorched. Yeah, we're cooking, mate. We're cooking. Away from home, look, we can all admit, right? Away from home in the Conference League, we weren't very good. AZ Alkmaar is probably the only game, I think, away that we were, I could say that we're proud of. And it's just kind of felt like that. The AZ game, we battered them from minute 1 and never looked like we were going to concede. And I think bar the first 20 minutes of this game, we've been all over them. Thoughts handball? I genuinely can't believe that was... I don't want to keep talking about it, but I know people will, they talk about their own team in football and they exaggerate and say things that come off as bias. I genuinely can't think of a worse handball decision than that. I really think the only one I can think of was Eric Dyer for Spurs when he was looking the other way. But even that at least hit his hand. I don't even think the ball hits Ollie's hand. I've watched the replay 3 times. I still don't know when it's supposed to hit his hand. At most, it might get a hair on his knuckle. Honestly. And it's kind of like put a sour note towards the end of the first half where Villa were thoroughly deserved of a 3-0 lead. And I really hope that doesn't give them now some impetus in this game. And, we more than deserve to get 3 points in the first game of this Champions League. CAVFC says, disgraceful decision for the handball. These have to do so much running around off the ball. They'll be knackered after the last 10 minutes. I mean, Ollie's had such a awkward start this season. For then a perfectly normal goal, to be ruled out for nothing. Must be gutting, man. Must be. Getting used to the pitch the first 20. Luca Digne. He said Luca Digne at Palace. I'm not getting the correlation there. I think... Okay, well, Keith, you can see why that comment got hid, mate. That's what I'm going to say. Damstar says never handball. First 20 minutes all over us. Villa been good. Young was dreadful. I bet Emiliano to go under 3 goal saves. Great half should be 3. What a dream start. Not going to lie. I do want to see Durant. I feel like at games like this, 2-0 comfortable. I think you could make some subs maybe. Oh, yeah, the handball for Digne at Palace was bad, weren't it? That was bad. That at least did hit his hand. See, this is what I mean, right? That was terrible. At least that did hit Digne's hand. Barely. But this one, it's not. I don't even think it touches Ollie's hand. Bogard needs replacing. Yeah, I don't want to be... I don't want to criticise players, right? Especially who've barely started, but... I've watched Bogard. I watched Bogard against Leicester. I was at Villa Park against Everton. And I've watched so far this game. Bogard, I don't think Bogard's it, man. They say some players, right, you either sink or swim in the the top level of football. And I don't think he's doing a great deal of swimming right now. I want to be proven wrong, right? But I don't know. All I'm going to say is he doesn't look that much of an upgrade on Matt. Well, he doesn't look like an upgrade on Matty Cash. And Matty Cash is terrible. I have to do this TikTok live shite every time. Every time I go live for more than like an hour and a half, I have to verify I'm still here. How's that goal disallowed? Says Dean Allen. No clue, mate. I've like I said, I've watched the replay like 3 or 4 times. I still don't know where the handball happens. Wait, does the referee whistle before Ramsey scores? I'm just watching the replay when Ollie was taken out by the keeper. Dear. Yeah, young boys just seem to be like statues when the keeper took out Ollie. I think they're just expecting the penalty to be given. But, one of the oldest rules in football is play to the whistle, Play to the whistle. It's probably going to get given, but don't give Ramsey an open goal and give him, all the time in the world to score? I mean, look how much time Ramsey has to score an open goal. I've had a few comments I've just missed, sorry. Saying Cash is terrible, but nah, come on, mate. I'm not having this conversation. Matt, look. Let's have a rant about this, right? Matty Cash, I love his commitment. He always puts in 100%. Matty Cash, though, is shit. I'm sorry. We are a Champions League outfit, and he's not good enough for what we want to be. You got to be cutthroat in the sport, man. If Matty Cash was our best player and Man United came in for him, who would he sign for? Footballers are cutthroat. Clubs have to be. Cash is not good enough for Aston Villa. I don't care what anyone says. I'm sick to death of people like, Cash loves Villa. Cash has been solid for Villa. He always tries hard. Yeah, he does try hard. He always runs his socks off. But, Alan Hutton tried hard. I wouldn't have Alan Hutton at right back right now. Even Alan Hutton 10 years ago, I wouldn't have him at right back now. You got to have more than working hard. I just think, he's just not been great. And even West Ham, right? Some people are saying, he did well. Kudus ripped into pieces and he conceded a penalty in that game. And I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? I was like, I don't want to go off on him game 1. But he was ripped to pieces by Kudus in the second half. And, a very silly penalty to give away in the first half. So, that's my little rant over, really, about Matty Cash. I just don't think he's good enough. I haven't thought Cash is good enough for 4 years now. And the issue is we've got unbelievable talent on the left. Alex Moreno's had to go out on loan because Digne and Maatsen are so good. Digne, Maatsen and Moreno are all better than Cash, Nedeljkovic and Bogard. By a mile, all of them. So yeah, look, rant over. Flapcap says, so we're discussing whether handball hand touched the ball whilst playing a game with some young boys. Okay. With the jokes, man. Goal season, Ramsey for sure. A terrific goal. I mean, what? 1 yard out. What a finish. What do you think Duran's goal is? Everton goal of the season, mate. At least as of right now. Find me a better one. CAVFC says should be yellow for keeper for that. Yuri's ridiculous, cost us nothing. I love Yuri Tielemans. Honestly. I love him. I love that man. Yuri Tielemans. Everton fans were trying to make out he's a liability. Maybe he was for Everton, but for Villa he's class. It hit the centre of the chest. Exactly. Never handball. Hit the centre of the chest. Young boys going to score at least 1 goal. I'd like a Villa clean sheet, but I mean, doesn't often happen, does it? No, it didn't hit Ollie's hand. It did not hit Ollie's hand. Come on, dude. I am KR65. Where on Ollie's hand did it hit? Come on, dude. He didn't gain any advantage as well, even if it did. What was the question you asked as well? Do you think Emiliano will get another goal? He'll probably make a save or 2, yeah, in the second half. But I'd like to see us get a clean sheet. Opinion on Duran? I think Duran is brilliant. Matty Cash. I prefer Matty credit card. Dear. To be fair, we've not. I'll give you that one. We haven't seen enough of Nedeljkovic. So I'll give you that one. Maybe I'm wrong on him. He did look a little bit nervous against West Ham, but I mean, it was his first game. It's away from home in a game that we're desperately trying to get a win. So, jury's out. But Bogard is getting preferred to Nedeljkovic, and Bogard's just not really hit the ground running either. I don't think it's handball, but it did. I don't think it. I mean, if it did, fair enough, right? But I still, if that's all right, even if it did, right? Even if it did hit Ollie Watkins' hand, are we really disallowing goals for that? Is that the route that we want football to go down? Really? Like, I really don't want us to go down that route. Because, like, if you give handball for that, like, you'll be why is the penalty rule different for when like handballs are given in terms of goal build-up? Like I said, I'll bring back the Cucurella thing again. Cucurella pretty much played basketball for Germany for Spain against Germany, and that wasn't given for a penalty, right? A deliberate almost handball in that game should have been a penalty to Germany. They got knocked out of their own competition, and yet Ollie Watkins, it grazes his knuckle hairs. And that's enough to disallow a goal. I want consistency. I really do. I don't think two rules around handball should be that contrasting. Genuinely, like, fucking hell, man. It's honestly, it's such a headache, man. Rodgers is such a baller. How's he so useless? SPL. Rodgers is not an FPL kind of player, and I have him in my FPL because I love him. In fact. Here's my little transition. I'm doing a Rodgers to Riches EAFC series. I'm going to do, basically Morgan Rodgers team. I'm going to Evo him all the way, and it's going to be a series on my YouTube. There you go, quick plug for that. But I love Rodgers. He's in my FPL, but he's not really an FPL kind of player. Rodgers carries the ball really well. He does a lot of the dirty work in the attack, but it's not usually him to score. He will be the man to set up the man who sets up the goal, That's Rodgers is that kind of player. Rodgers will be the man to take on two players, give the ball to Digne, and Digne crosses to Ollie, That's the kind of player Morgan Rodgers is. He'll probably get a couple goals this season, but that's kind of what Rodgers does. I don't think Rodgers will light up FPL anytime soon, in all fairness. And I love him. He'll always get good ratings because he will play well. But FPL is about goals, assists, clean sheets and stuff like that. Raw statistics, right? And raw statistics, Morgan Rodgers isn't going to be top of the charts, What do you think of Duran Screamer? Duran has revitalised Barclays men in the modern day. What a goal. Pep football, shove it up your arse, man. Give me Duran Thunderbolt every day of the week. Football's gone. You see how many cards handed out? I mean, yeah. My days, man. Fucking hell. The amount of cards in the North London derby alone. You think the referee was Gambit from the MCU? Card here, card. What the fuck, man? Like, it's a derby. I want to see handbags, man. I want to see scraps. I don't want to see, the Jack of Diamonds being thrown out every 5 seconds. Bloody hell. Clark says you guys are cooking. And what league do the young boys even play in? They are woeful. They are in the Swiss Premier. They won the league. They are Swiss champions. Believe it or not, they are Swiss champions. They're currently struggling in their domestic league now. But last year, they won the division. The second half has begun, by the way. Yes, I was just yapping. Yapper. We are underway for second half. Guys, what do you think of the third kit for Villa? What do you think? I've seen a lot of positivity online. What do you make of this third kit? It's a very dark blue, white lines. Oh, it's all right. Not a bad kit. Stuck on the bus on Bristol Road. Can't watch the games of Siege. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. It says a lot about the league. It does, to be fair. Guys, double tap the screen if you're on TikTok and like the video if you're on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, follow and all that. I appreciate all your support. Yeah. hopefully more the same in the second half of Villa. That wasn't even the worst. Chelsea Bournemouth, 14 cards, not even a dart. It's silly, man. It's silly. And Chelsea didn't deserve to win that game as well. That's another thing to rant about. AJ, did you see Birmingham City's new stadium plan? Oh, it's a load of shite, man. Mate, the Blues are becoming such a franchise. David Beckham was at the game. You've got an NFL star prancing around the stadium. I did find it funny the Wrexham fans were singing "Who the fucking hell are you?" to Tom Brady. It did make me laugh. But that yesterday, right, was such an anti-football kind of game. Wrexham against Blues, and you had like James McLean, who hates England, who plays for teams who play in English football, has done his whole life, but he's like anti-England. Like the whole thing is just I don't know. It's the game has moved a lot from the classic working man's game to US athlete star owned team against Canadian actor owned team. I mean, I thought I could play in Chelsea defence and I see oh dear. I mean, Chelsea's backline for the money they spent is shocking, isn't it, really? I mean, that's another thing to talk about, really. Badia, Sheila, Disasi, Gusto. I don't care. I still don't overly rate Gusto at all. Gusto has been ripped to pieces by Villa in the past. Rodgers slices the ball over the bar. That'll be a goal kick to Young Boys. AJ, so I did see the plan. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. They won't fill it. They barely fill the ground now. 3-0 Juve. I mean, PSV are shite. We battered Ajax 4-0. Like Villa did terribly in the Conference League, right? The two Dutch teams we played, we beat AZ Alkmaar 4-0 away, and we beat Ajax 4-0 at home. Those are our best results in the whole Conference League, and they're both against Dutch sides. So I'm not surprised in the slightest, really. For any Dutch fan out there, apologies, but yeah, Villa was shit in the Conference League, and we bummed you lot. PSV are good. They wiped the floor with the league last year. Yeah, but good in the Eredivisie doesn't mean good in general, does it really? Good in the Eredivisie, I don't think wins the championship. Oh, lovely dummy from Ramsey. Rodgers doesn't quite get control of the ball. I'd love a Rodgers goal so much in this game, man, genuinely. That would make me happy. Throw into Aston Villa. Tielemans does very well there. Under pressure from two different players. Still keeps the ball in play. It's Rodgers on the byline. Deflected. Villa corner. Started the second half very well so far. Very, very well. Do I know any Villa? Mate, I know all of them. I know all of them. There's one that I really liked recently, which is a stolen England song about John Durant. Running past defenders, scoring 1 or 2. I love it. It's great. John Durant's on my mind. Annie Villa's number 9. Singing love for him to come off the bench and grab a goal today. Tielemans flicks across towards Watkins. PSV. Oh, I read that. PSV gave Dortmund a good game in the UCL round 16 last season. Fair enough, but they've not done the same with Juventus so far. I can't show the game field, and you will get timed out if you keep asking. I can't. You will ask any creator on this platform, they'll tell you the same thing. How's the game going, dude? I see the scores 3-0. It was 3-0. The game disallowed Watkins' goal. So it's 2-0. VAR disallowed for a handball which didn't even exist. Which I've ranted about already. So it is currently 2-0 to Aston Villa, despite the fact it should be 3. But we started the second half quite well. We've got the ball currently with Tielemans. Can we stop unlocking Villa strikers first? Watkins now. Duran, ever since that Liverpool game, right? Duran has been cooking. It's quite funny. He has been absolutely cooking. He's John McGinn for Villa. It's Tielemans. Villa go from right to left. Digne combined to Ramsey. Tielemans again. 40 minutes to go here. Young Boys 0, Aston Villa 2. Torres. Why is Pau Torres that far forward? Villa's centre-back was playing towards the edge of the box here. He still has it. Torres here into Morgan Rogers. 1-2 from Watkins. Left-footed shot deflected and into the hands of the keeper. Rogers is, I tell you, man, he's so class. I love him. Cooking young boys. We are cooking the young boys. I checked on BBC Sports, said 3-0. Didn't? Yeah, it was disallowed. Who's the commentators? We've got, I forgot the names actually. The usual Champions League one. Help me out. He does boxing as well. I might have to look this up online. Ali McCoy. Is it Ali McCoy? Co-commentary. And Darren Fletcher. Thank you, Darren Fletcher. It is. It is Ali McCoy, right? Yeah. Yeah, Darren Fletcher, Ali McCoist together. Yeah, Darren Fletcher kind of does all the Champions League ones. He's all right, to be fair. I think he does better at boxing, I think, Fletcher, in my opinion. Onana. Into Tielemans. He did a baseball game as well, which is really weird. Cross comes in, hooked away at the near post by Kamara. Villa still keep the ball, and there's a foul and a free kick to Aston Villa, edge of the box, and a booking as well shown. Referee even had to stop play there. Tielemans was chopped down like a tree. Yeah, the sub has already been booked. Yeah, Young Boys did make a sub at half time, I believe. Yeah, Elia came on for Nias, who's already got a yellow card. Dear Lord. 54 minutes gone. It is Young Boys 0, Aston Villa 2. And a free kick to Villa, edge of the box. Darren Fletcher, I'll put CBS on. Their coverage is alright. Free kick from Villa. Tielemans has bollocks of steel. Wait, was it Tielemans or Ramsey? The camera pans to Ramsey. I thought it was Tielemans who took it, but I looked up and saw the ball fly towards the corner, and it weren't that far away. Villa will try and press Young Boys out from the back. Oh, that's a terrible pass. That looked out. It is. Villa force a really bad mistake and get a throw in. I mean, that's just schoolboy. Terrible from Young Boys. The press lasted 3 seconds before they gave the ball away. Cons a throw. 55 gone. Cons a forward towards Ollie Watkins. So he doesn't quite take the ball down before losing it. John McGinn gets... Well, he got dribbled round, but then they give it away straight away. So even before I can fully complain, they gave it back. Villa. I will say, I'm pleased with what I've seen today. I think it's been very good. Very, very good. Yeah, so Matthew said you think Watkins comes off? Probably, yeah, around the hour mark. He's had a good game, to be fair to Ollie. Robbed of a goal as well for a ridiculous handball decision. So I think he probably should come off. He played the whole game, actually, against Everton, didn't he, Ollie? Oh, no, he didn't. He came off for Emi Buendia with 10 minutes to go. So he nearly played the whole game. So I imagine John Duran will come on soon. Begin dribbling around... For God's sake. I would like to read a comment that isn't a that isn't a joke. For fuck's sake. But yeah. Can't stand the comms on TNT Sports. That's why I'm here, you know? Like when I watch football, if there's a fan account that I know, I usually just play them alongside the game. Like Mark Goldbridge for me. Whenever I watch Man United, I always have Mark Goldbridge on, just so I can hear him complain as I'm watching the game. It's great. The best one for it was when United lost 4-0 to Palace, right? And having him on at the same time I watch him was just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I do like that. If I'm watching on my own, I'd definitely do that. You know, Chippy Chips, Cole Palmer, baller. Rogers' celebration though. He stole it. Well, with Rodgers' consent, but he did steal Morgan Rodgers' celebration. Rodgers was the first one to be cold, you know. For those who don't know, you can look this up. So, Cole Palmer's cold celebration, him and Morgan Rodgers played together at Manchester City. And Rodgers was the first to do that whole shiver thing, and Palmer asked Rodgers if he could use it in a celebration. And yeah, he started using it. But both Rodgers and Palmer seem to use it now. But yeah, a bit of trivia there for you. I'd say, yeah, Rodgers is the one to make it. Palmer kind of popularised it. Who's best Villa player? Probably Watkins. I'd say a close second is the World Cup winning, Copa America 2-time winning Emi Martinez. Yashin award winning goalkeeper. One of the best in the world, if not the best. Ramsey. What a flick from Rodgers, so nearly finding Digne. We play such nice football, man. Honestly, it's such easy on the eye football. The one-touch interchange around the center of the box is fantastic. I did see the open goal miss, Jerome Villa. How you doing as well, by the way? In on goal, not even one-on-one. The keeper weren't even there, and he put it wide. I've never seen a team miss an open goal when the keeper has gone up for the corner, right, and they're in on goal. I've never seen them put it wide. Digne throw into Watkins. That's poor from Ramsey. He get dispossessed a little bit easy there. Cole Palmer is better, so he does it. Okay, does he? Yeah. Mate, look, Palmer is a great player, right? But give Rodgers some respect. Morgan Rodgers is a class player. If Rodgers played for Chelsea, you'd say he's up there, one of your best. Rodgers is unbelievable. When Villa played Arsenal at home, Rodgers ripped Rice to pieces. There was a point where he ripped past Rice, and in the same move, I think he knocked the ball past Partey, sent him flying. Like, Rodgers is unbelievable player. You see, right, Peter Drury's overrated. I like Peter Drury, but he's a bit of a poet merchant, isn't he? Really. Didn't Torres do that at Chelsea? What you want about Fernando? There is a Villa player called Torres. I had to think about that. Yeah, Sims says who. I mean, your ball knowledge is terrible. If you unironically say who to Morgan Rodgers, you have abysmal ball knowledge. Considering he actually scored against Chelsea for Middlesbrough. Says it all. I make my case. AJ, he was top 3 best players currently in the world. Duran is coming on for Villa. Let's go. John Duran's on my mind, and his Villa's number 9, singing anyone diddy diddy dum diddy do. Come on, John. Super John Duran. Let's go, son. Running past defenders, scoring 1 or 2. Oh, I've lost my AirPod. My AirPod. Oh, I do have my AirPods. I lost my ear. Oh, whatever. I'll just move this one over. Duran is Villa's modern day. He is as well. He's a cult hero. He's a cult hero at Villa, man. Running past defenders, scoring 1. I should have done I made this whole. I made the whole Rodgers to riches thing, and I should have done one for Duran. Fuck, I didn't think of that. Oh well. Another promotion. I am doing a FIFA series, Rodgers to riches, or EAFC, whatever you want to call it. And it will start when EAFC 25 is out. I'm gonna Evo Rodgers. He'll be in every single game, and I'll be doing like a full-on series. It's gonna be great. Good old RTJ on the channel. Go on, son. Close enough. Welcome back to Vokarigi. Oh man, it's great. Who's your favourite player? I'll go first. Watkins. My favourite is Emi Martinez because of what he's done for Villa. Corner comes in, dangerous corner, but no one gets any clean contact, and it goes wide. In terms of like my favourite this season is Duran. In all fairness, Duran is just cold, man. I love John Duran. When he scored against West Ham, right, I wanted him to do that so bad. Oh, there was loads of Villa fans in the crowd when he scored. He wanted him to do. He did that and said, "I'm staying here." But it would have been so cold if he did the West Ham celebration when he scored against them. Oh, I would have loved it. It's great. Watkins got me 70 points FPL. So many people took him out, by the way. Watkins was one of the most transferred out players in FPL, and for him to get 2 goals. Oh man, you must be sick if you took out Watkins for him to get 2 against Everton. Why would you take out Watkins when Villa are playing Everton? By the way, you got to at least give him that game. I get why like people wanted him to take him out because he didn't start the season very well. But Everton, how you're not backing Ollie to grab a goal against Everton is crazy. Aponic says Villa looking good. Sim said you captain him, mate. Good points. I always captain Haaland. I'm boring, but I always feel like if Haaland is fit, I'm captaining him. Unless he's playing Arsenal, I probably won't captain him for Arsenal. I feel like that'll be a closer game. I'll probably be the one or 2 game weeks where he doesn't get the captaincy armband in my FPL. Even then, I still might, because the guy is a machine. The guy is a machine. Yeah, Villa are cooking. Leverett says hook tour. I am so sick of that. Mate, I can't read the word hawk, right, without thinking hawk tour. It's like Among Us all over again. Every time like 4 or 5 years ago, you'd see like someone write Among Us or in a sentence and it'd be nothing to do with the game, or they'll see a symbol that looks like one of the Among Us characters. It's like that with hawk tour. I see the word hawk and that's like, get out of my head. It's not funny. Get out of my head. Oh, Christ. In my group, we made a rule saying we're not allowed Haaland because it'd be boring. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. If you've got like an FBL league and you want like proper punishment and stuff, either everyone in the league has Haaland. That could be another rule as well. Everyone has to have... I mean, surely no one would complain, right? But so either everyone has Haaland or no one is allowed Haaland. Is John McGinn in the box? McGinn! Oh, it took too long. Oh! Ramsey has a shot tipped over. McGinn's shot was deflected. Fell to Ramsey. He thumps it towards the middle of the goal and it's tipped over. Bloody hell. Taking out Watkins isn't the worst idea considering he's not playing full 90s. He still scored 2 goals. He played 80 against Everton. A genuine shout is to put Duran in your team. I think Duran is, 6 million? I think there's a genuine case for having Duran there. It's a bit more risky because he doesn't start. But I feel like if he did start every week for Villa, Duran is definitely an option. You might have bought in Duran. That's the only thing I will say. It's risky because he doesn't play, but he has scored all 3 games off the bench. Cross comes in. Duran's shot is deflected and Villa get a corner. Come on! He took out Wissa because he's injured with him. Wissa wasn't a bad shot, actually. Yeah, Sim's nice one, mate. Corner to Aston Villa. 65 gone here. To be fair, Wissa got you a goal against Man City. I'll give you that. Corner from Digne. It's the no follicle duo between Mbeumo and Wissa. No hairline between them, but they got goals. Plenty of goals, but not so plenty of hair follicles, Yeah, good player. He always seems to grab a goal against Villa, Wissa. Oh man. 66 gone here. Young Boys 0, Villa 2. It's been a fairly quiet second half, really. I've not really seen Young Boys have the ball in Villa's half, but Villa have not created too many opportunities themselves. Ramsey just had a shot tipped over, but bar that, very little so far. I was shocked when Liverpool lost. I was, to be fair. You feel like Forest at home is like your typical 3-4-0 Liverpool result. But according to people online, some people weren't surprised. In the ground. They felt like a Forest goal was coming. Salah, I mean, I can ask Jack because I imagine Jack watched the game either pirated or whatever. But a lot of people are saying Salah had one of the worst games ever of his Liverpool career. It could be exaggeration, obviously, but I kept seeing that over and over again. Yeah, that Salah was terrible. I mean, I heard Jota was bad. People like Paddy Murphy and Morley were criticising Nunes because Nunes was awful as well off the bench. Yeah. Turns out Forest had the second best defence in the league on the XG. Fair. Yeah, they're not bad. I think at home they're very good. Very good defensive side. Corner to Aston Villa. The referee has had to stop play a little bit here. Guys, do double tap the screen. I'm live on both YouTube and TikTok. Feel free to support the channel. Corner taken short, edge of the box again. Tielemans. Well, there was only one Young Boys player got anywhere near him, and that stopped Tielemans from shooting. Torres, nice control. Digne cross towards Rodgers. Good header away. Kept in by Carlos. Hacked away again. Oh, Ramsey's now down her. Oh, God. Ramsey with a long-term injury. He's not long come back from, and now he's gone down injured. And now Anana's gone down. Goodness me. Are you going to Champions League games at Villa? No. The reason why is the prices for it are a disgrace. I'm going to probably make a video on this soon, which is arguably a bit late to the party. I do not support what the club are doing. If you don't know, it was on BBC and it was on Sky Sports. Aston Villa have made Champions League tickets up to £92 to watch Aston Villa in the Champions League. I just think it's a disgrace. I think the ticketing, to be fair, in general, has been a disgrace. £78, right, to watch Villa Wolves soon. I don't agree with this. I don't agree where the club are going off the field. I really don't. I think it's a joke. That's what's been going on at Villa. And yeah, I'm not paying £92. As much as I love this club, I'm not paying £92 to watch Villa in the Champions League. I don't stand by that. 97. Well, I know it was in the 90s. The fact it's in the 90s at all is a disgrace. Some Villa fans at Villa Park were rejecting the pamphlets, right? Because a lot of Villa fans held up signs and stuff saying, you know, there's no loyalty. I'm paraphrasing, but there's no loyalty really from the club to the fans. And there was a lot of fans who rejected holding one, which I find really sad. Because like some fans apparently just don't care that the club are just fleecing the fans. And I just don't, you know, why do the fans have to pay for it all? The club made a statement saying because of PSR and stuff and financial fair play that we had to make decisions like that, but I still don't agree. Need a protest, Liverpool fans did. Yeah, we do, but like I said, it's just like half the fan base don't seem to care, and I'm like, it's insane. I don't know how fans are not caring. We were in the Championship not that long ago, and now just because we have like one good season under Unai, we can now charge, you know, 90 plus quid for a fucking football game. It's incredible. Newcastle's pricing was fantastic last year. They did Champions League bundles. They were doing tickets for like 30 quid basically to watch Newcastle in Champions League. Bear in mind they battered Juventus for one of those. Where, you know, Villa, despite winning today, we might not even qualify from the group. I don't agree. Shadow said, sorry, I say Shadow. Oh, this is your name, but James said, I heard they're gonna do what Ticketmaster did with Oasis, as well, with the tickets going up. The more people want them. I don't like that. I know Valencia are doing that as well. I don't like that at all because, well, just because a game is more popular, it's like, oh yeah, I have to pay like twice as much now. Emi Martinez just had to make a class save there, edge of the box. I think it was another curling shot towards the corner. Good save. But I'm playing New Star Soccer on my phone and I'm facing Republic of Ireland in the World Cup final. Oh, they'd never. If Ireland won a major trophy before England, we'd never hear the end of it. We would never. In terms of other things to talk about. Oh, FPL, Max Verstappen is mudded. Max Verstappen fell off. There you go. That's like my 5 seconds of FPL conversation. Max Verstappen washed. Where's his trophies at? Where's his podium? Where's Mac's podium at, huh? Bro fell off. Hamilton has won 2, hasn't he? He's won 2 races since Verstappen has won 1. It's crazy. You think it's like 2020, bro? 2019. Update, Ireland were 2-0 up and lost 5-3. Oh dear. 8 goals for a final. Decent. Right. We have 20 minutes to go. I'm going to get a drink because I'm thirsty. I will be back. Aston Villa are cruising. Apparently Diego Carlos was injured. I've just seen him having to warm up back onto the pitch again. I must have missed that. Long ball forward towards John Durant. Flick on header. Hacked away by Young Boys. That should be a free kick, yeah. Poor. Silly free kick, really. Yeah, it's a good clearance from Zerkru. Here's Zerkru on the ball now. Not that long to go, really. I think if Young Boys were to get anything from this game, they've got to score soon. But they've not really looked like scoring the whole game. But I say that. Bar like the 10th minute where they had a decent chance with Carly, they've just not really looked like scoring, have they? Another big game. Bro, I went to Villa Everton the last game. I made a vlog on it. You can check out the vlog. I did a vlog. Villa Everton. Unbelievable. I saw probably goal of the season, I would say. It was fantastic. I loved it. But yeah, the vlog has... I'm going to check. I did check it a little bit. Well, I checked yesterday what it was on. I think it's over 2,000 views now. It is on 2.4k. That's delayed as well because that's not YouTube Studio. If I click Studio. Yeah, 2.5k views. Everton versus Aston Villa vlog. Check it out. Good game. Criminal... What was that? Criminal Watkins didn't count. Oh no, it's disgrace, mate. Absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Smooch said versus who? What do you mean? Oh, wait. Wait, who was that directed to? It might have been to Jack, for all I know. We've kept, to be fair, we've kept up with... well, more than kept up with Young Boys in this game on this 5G pitch. I thought the pitch might be an issue. But we seem to have dealt with it quite well. I got no complaints. It's not really what I want to see at the top level. I don't like these kind of pitches, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's been more than fine so far. We might see, like... The issue is, right, some players apparently have, like... knee and hip problems when they play on these pitches consistently. So, like, we could see maybe some, like, small issues within the next few days. But I mean, Ollie Watkins already had to go off, and he had to ice his ankle a little bit. And that was probably the tackle from the goalkeeper on Ollie for Ramsey's goal. So yeah. Guys, do double tap the screen on TikTok if you haven't already. Any likes to the live streams will be appreciated. And on YouTube, if you haven't already, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You know, Emery giving his instructions out. I'm sure he'll be pleased from tonight. I'm sure he'll be very pleased. Evening all, how you doing, Sharky, mate? What's good? Very good evening for Aston Villa so far. Good evening. I'm scared for Villa versus Bayern. I mean, look, I don't expect Villa to get anything against Bayern, so I'm not that scared. If we win, will be one of the best days ever at this club. If we lose, oh well, we move on. I don't think Young Boys will get a goal in this game. They've not really looked like scoring in this game, to be honest. Emmy's had to make, I think 2 saves the whole game. On the stats here, it says 4. I think two proper saves. I think a couple catches of the ball for crosses, but yeah, 2 proper saves. That's kind of in it. I mean, I don't think Young Boys have created too many chances. They're bottom of the league for a reason, and I think we've seen why, especially defensively, why that is the case. I know, like, domestic is different to European competition, but you can kind of see, like some issues in their defence as to why they've struggled. Who do you think will win tomorrow, Inter or City? I mean, City beat Inter in the final a couple of years ago. I can see them repeating that again. Here's Ramsey into John Duran! John Duran! Running past defenders, scoring 1 or 2. He looks good, he looks fine. John Duran's on my mind, and he's Villa's number 9. Singing, what a goal! Super John Duran! This guy just can't stop scoring! Yeah! I love it. Oh, they might disallow the goal there because Onana did handle the ball. So, yeah, it's John Duran's goal will probably get disallowed. Oh, lovely strike, Duran, though. If this gets... Look, this probably should be ruled out, right? Because Onana basically play basketball. Look at the swerve on that. The ball goes outwards and inwards, man. It swerves around the keeper inside the post. What a strike, John Duran. So, they're going to disallow the goal, I think. And McGinn is complaining. Duran is going to be booked here. You're funny. You are funny, Harry. That's great bait. That is great bait, mate. Wait, is it going to be given? Surely it's not going to be given, right? Oh, Duran might have took off his shirt. Yeah, Jack. I think he took off his shirt. I love John Duran. Duran's finish was class, mate, but it probably won't stand because Onana did handball in the build-up. The only help, yeah, I mean, yeah, he has to disallow this. Yeah, disallowed. No goal. It's the second Villa goal ruled out tonight. Duran's face. Duran is stunned that it's been disallowed. Watkins goal disallowed. Duran goal disallowed. Unai Emery's not happy. Yeah. Villa could be 4-0 up and it's 2. Yeah, Unai Emery's complaining because the handball in the build-up was a good, 15, 20 seconds before the goal was scored. So, look, you could argue that it's been too long. Remember, I'll take you guys back to an important game, right? England against France in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Saka was fouled, right? They don't give the foul, and 15, 20 seconds later, France make it 1-0. Now, England wanted them to go to VAR to disallow the goal because there technically was a foul in the build-up. But they said the foul was that far away in the build-up, you couldn't disallow the goal. You could argue the same has happened here. Onana did handle the ball, but it'd been a fair bit of time, really, between the handball and the Villa goal. So, yeah, it seems to be like a weird grey area there. For goodness sake, I keep every few comments I read is a joke. Taking your shirt off versus Young Boys, fair enough, he has the Sigurdsson gene. Loftus Cheek and Pulisic, humbling piss ball, can't believe my eyes, we are there. Says Harrison. Is Rodgers. Is Konza. Might go for goal, it does! Konza puts it wide. We're seeing Konza take on shots, man. What's going on? Oh, man. I did a whole chant on stream about Duran for his goal to be disallowed. I am sad. I am sad. John Durant on my mind, and his Villa's number 9, singing who I did. I love him. He's class, mate. Best backup striker in the Premier League. One of the best strikers in the Premier League right now. He's cooking. He is cooking. He is him. He is him. In the tunnel after he scored that 40-yard screamer, he just did that. He's like, yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. I love the arrogance of John Durant. I love it, mate. I love it. John Durant's on my mind, and his Villa's number 9. Nunes clear eating crayons and drawing horses. Oh man, 80 million on Nunes, by the way. Fucking hell. Young Boys wanted a penalty for a pull of the shirt from Carlos. I mean, I'm surprised he's not given that. He's given them everything. Here's Duran for Villa. Duran thumps it wide. And the crowd are really at it now. The crowd was silent till Duran goal. Duran's disallowed goals suddenly got the crowd going again. We've dropped Jota and Robertson for the Milan game. I mean, Jota wasn't very good, was he? I will say, Conor Bradley was terrible. In the highlights of that game, Bradley was ripped to pieces at fullback. I don't know what the hell was going on for him, but he had a nightmare game for Liverpool. I think even the Forest goal comes from, that side. Bradley not getting to his man, and then, just not giving far too much space and freedom, and just allowing the winger to skip past him like it's nothing. Another long shot deflected away for Young Boys. Villa clear it long, looking for John Duran. It's going straight towards the keeper though. Subbed off McAllister for Bradley, so Trent could play in that 8. Slot getting tips from Gareth Southgate is crazy, mate. Oh, Konza does brilliantly there. And he's fouled as well. Surely. Ref! Konza's fouled! Ref plays on. Thankfully, they're shit, and that cross was terrible. But Konza was pulled over there with 2 Young Boys players on him. Is Rodgers. Gets it back after a poor touch. Rodgers can drive through the heart of Young Boys. He's got Duran out wide. He does find John Durant. They're booing Duran. Why are they booing Duran? For some reason, the Young Boys fans, unless he did something, they're just booing John Duran. Is Konza to John McGinn. Villa's football has been so nice this game, man. Like I said, easy on the eye football, man. Ramsey should have 2 assists and a goal. Ramsey has been class, mate. He's one of our own, man. Honestly, I love Jacob Ramsey. Really do. He's Tielemans. Another unbelievable player, by the way. Into Rodgers! Oh, save. Good save as well. Oh, Rodgers tries to place it beyond Van Bournemouth. And now Eaton goes down. I mean, if he wants a penalty for that, he's an idiot. Diego Carlos throws him like a rag doll. Look at that. Oh. Brushed aside like it's nothing. Diego. Love that from Carlos. Well class. Fantastic defending. Rodgers playing striker. Well, he kind of does. So in Villa's 4-4-2, right? Rodgers plays as like a shadow striker behind Ollie. So it's like the closest you're gonna get to your typical formations. It's Unai Emery's own twist on a 4-4-2, basically. So Rodgers is playing behind Duran, and Onana goes for goal! Amadou Onana. What a strike, Amadou. He picked that one out. It's a missile. Oh, Unai Emery is bringing football back in the modern era. Players are shooting from distance. You wouldn't have this in Pep system. What a strike right in the bottom corner. Amadou Onana. Take a bow, man. What a finish. Laces on that. Bang. You're not saving that. That's an unbelievable strike. Unbelievable goal. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, no, unless you're Rodri, you are not allowed to shoot edge of the box, mate. Unless your name is Rodri or Kevin De Bruyne, you're not allowed to shoot from distance for Man City. Oh man, Amateur Onana, what a boy! I love it, man. What a strike! Triple sub for Villa. Buendia, Barkley, and Ian Matson are coming on. Oh, I love it. What a goal! Tielemans coming off. He's been brilliant as well, mate. He's been brilliant. Oh, if the ref wasn't a Blues fan, it would be 5-0. We have cooked them, man. We have cooked them. Ross Barkley's playing UCL football. That's what Oh, man. Yeah. I was going to say, the commentator just beat me to it. Matson did play in the Champions League final. This is his first Champions League game back, obviously. Since that day, poor Dortmund, they probably should have won on the night. They were the better team. But Matson is back in the Champions League for the Claret and Blue. Emi Buendia getting some game time as well. Past his long-term injury. Oh, honestly, what an amazing evening. What a strike, man. I'm so happy. That's an unbelievable goal from Onana. Oh, yeah, we won't talk about the final. Oh, yeah. Oh, James. When you were around my house, right, I really wanted Dortmund to win so much because, like, I don't really like Real Madrid anyway. I hate their fans. They're very arrogant. I thought that the vibes would be insane if we watched Dortmund win the Champions League final at my house. It would have been elite. Shame, man. Shame. You did deserve to win that, but it's football like that. Yeah, Onana, by the way, this is a crazy stat. You can look it up. In 64 games for Everton, Onana scored 3 goals. He's already equalled that at Villa. Goal against West Ham with a header. Goal against Leicester from a free kick. And from an absolute thunderbolt in the Champions League, Onana has his 3rd Villa goal. 3rd Villa goal in 5 games. Amadou Onana is clinical. Who'd have thought? Unbelievable. Overhead kick attempt, by the way, which is from an offside position for Young Boys. I think that's the substitute striker who's just come on. Oh, he's well offside. Welcome back, Patrick Vieira. How on earth did he only score 3 goals for Everton? That's what I want to know. How on earth does Onana only score 3 goals for Everton in 64 games? It's unbelievable. Well, fair enough. Jacob says Duran with Colombian flag. Mate, John Duran. The Villa fans love Duran. Honestly. I am telling you now, with the trajectory of his career, he could become a Colombian star. Honestly. For club and country, right? Duran could have an unbelievable career if he keeps it up. It's a shame that James Rodriguez is getting on a bit, because imagine James with Duran. Like, Duran's nowhere near his prime. Imagine Duran in his prime with James. Fucking hell. Colombia would cook, man. Oh, brilliant interchange. Buendia squares it. John Duran! Oh, what a block. Kamara blocks a thunderbolt from Duran. Oh, man. What a block that is to stop a 4th goal for Villa. Since 1995, they haven't won a trophy. Poor Everton. Saying James, if you, I mean, yeah, but he's getting on a bit, right? So like they're gonna potential penalty check. If we, I don't want those to be given, right? It won't be. I very much doubt it's gonna be given. I don't want handballs like that given. What's he supposed to do, man? He's hit that 200 miles an hour. Oh, man. 6 minutes added time here. Been shown. Villa, what a performance. First game back in the Champions League, and that is as convincing as you are going to get. Easy. What does Brofield need for 99 shot power? Yeah, Duran shots stay hit. He doesn't score tap-ins. Even if he did, he'd thump them in. Give Duran an open goal, and he'll still rip the net in half, mate. I love him. His technique is world class. Free kick Villa on the halfway line. Man, Young Boys will finish bottom of the group if they play like this in their games. They are gonna plummet in this group. He doesn't aim, he just inshallah max it. He's just like, you know what, I'm Duran, you know. Fuck it, I'm Duran. He just hits the ball. Oh man, I love it. Buendia loses the battle, but Barkley does pick it up, and Villa on the break. It's Ross Barkley in the Champions League. Barkley out wide to JJ. I mean, that pass was terrible from Ross, to be fair, but we keep it alive. Buendia into John McGinn. Overlap of Konza does find Ezri Konza. First time cross is wide. And that's why Konza plays centre-back, mainly for Aston Villa. 2 minutes of injury time played. Good win, says Kieran. Oh, mate, I'm more than happy. More than happy with this. Fantastic result. Fantastic result. If Ross Barkley scores a UCL goal, we need to have a worldwide protest, says Jack. This cannot stand. Ross Barkley has gone from Luton Town relegation to Champions League football with Villa. It's kind of mad if you think about it. It's, you know, like some football stories make no sense. Like Vincent Kompany got Burnley relegated, and he's now now he's the Bayern Munich boss, man. It's honestly, some stories in football just don't make any sense to me. Ollie Watkins is closing in on that sort of UCL goal count already. Oh no, but they'll say, oh, Real Madrid ruined Hazard. Yeah, they'll say that. Corner comes in for Young Boys off the chest of Konza. Hacked away. They wanted handball, but I think it hit their own player's hand. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible touch, and John McGinn does really well to muscle out Males there for Young Boys. There's a player called Males who plays for Young Boys. That's quite funny, that. Throw into Villa, deep inside our half here. 2 minutes of injury time to go. And it is 3-0 to Aston Villa. Goals from Yuri Tielemans. I'm forgetting the fact we scored like basically 5 goals today is crazy. Yuri Tielemans with the first, Jacob Ramsey with the second, as Ollie Watkins got absolutely clamped to the ground by the goalkeeper. And rather just like take the penalty, Ramsey's like, you know what, open goal here, I'll make it 2. And then an Amadou Onana thundercon in the bottom corner. Another throw into Villa. John McGinn again winning it. Imagine Young Boys fan saying hello. Notice their hashtags, by the way, are not hashtag Young Boys. It's hashtag BSCYB and hashtag Young Boys Forever. That's like their main 2 they use. No, it's hashtag like YB Forever. They don't use the words Young Boys. It's letters. I wonder if that's like something they have to do in order to like trend online as a football team. Because I'm sure hashtag Young Boys doesn't. I'm sure that doesn't fly very well in the algorithm, you know. Leaky Young Boys letting in. Fucking hell, guys. Oh Christ. Yeah, I know. All I'll say is, you know, it's English isn't their first language, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. That's yeah. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. 30 seconds to go here. Don't. What are you on about the name or the result? Oh, English very common. I mean, yeah, but it's not their main language, is it? It's common because English is a common language. And like Switzerland is like a tax haven, so I'm sure like there's a lot of people there speak English. James, fuck off. Stop cooking these up. Villa, though, have cooked up 3 massive points in the Champions League. Unai Emery, what a man. What a man. Second best manager in the Premier League, only behind the bald man Pep. He's better than Arteta. He's better than everyone. Unai Emery is world class. I love him. Thank you all for watching. I'll be doing a reactions video right after this on TikTok. And I'm probably going to do a goal reactions compilation as well on the channel. So thank you all for watching. See you again very soon. Up.